Greetings, my beloved children. Today I will continue to talk about the higher sub-level astral beings, those who are at the very gateway to their new state of being fully integrated with their soul. And today I will focus on what a soul fragment is and how it can exist independently of it and why this happens. To begin with, in incarnating, a soul comes to earth whole because between incarnations it has already analyzed its previous life experience and all the lessons learned, allowing it to integrate all the lost fragments and prepare for the coming incarnation. It carefully looks for a place to live on earth, a social environment, parents, a new life experience that it would like to have, and then it descends into the womb of the new mother. As you already know, when a soul finds itself in the difficult environment of the 3D world, it gets confused and forgets everything it has arranged before birth. Few have succeeded in bringing to life the things they dreamed of in heaven. A person born into an environment dominated by matter and unable to hear his or her soul is sometimes attacked by friends and family in terms of energy and affected by negative emotions to the extent that the soul is literally torn apart. Soul fragmentation occurs for many reasons, but the most important is the absence of personal core, self-sufficiency, self-respect, understanding of one's uniqueness and validity, which ultimately means self-love. A human is trapped by social and religious norms and dogmas, dissolves into family, work, duties, and many other minor things that gradually rob the soul of its fullness. Unfortunately, in the 3D world, there are very few humans who manage to keep their precious soul so pure and integral and come right back home after the death of the physical body to the height it arrived in this world, and sometimes even higher depending on the previous life experience. The overwhelming majority of humans who have lived a life dominated by matter with its joys and sorrows retain energetic contact with friends and relatives, work and people with whom they had strong emotional relationships. Therefore, the particles of these souls, their energy bundles, remain in the energetic space of the incarnated human beings. And these particles or fragments of consciousness in possession begin a life of their own that exists on the subtle level of the earth. This is how all kinds of astral beings appear. According to the type of soul of which they are fragments, good or bad, intelligent or dull, generous or wicked, educated or uneducated, they find themselves at the corresponding level of the astral world, being attracted to it according to their vibrational frequency. There follows a long procession, a long way of evolution until all the fragments integrate with the original soul, and it then begins to prepare for the next incarnation. In my previous messages, much has been said about the interaction of humans with astral beings of all levels and the means of survival of those fragments of wandering human souls that inhabit the subtle level of the planet. But the beings of the last sub-level, those of the higher sub-level of the higher astral, they are living examples of how even in the astral world, through spiritual enhancement, it is possible to break out of the prison they have been in for so long and restore their souls to fullness. We will stop here for today. The Absolute Father, who loves you beyond measure, has spoken to you. This message was channeled by Marta, and it was read for you by Adriana.